Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of 1 of April 2023. Essence. Sweet children, clean the clothes of souls with Lux (aim) soap. Let no dirt remain inside you. Question. Which deep philosophy of karma do effort-making children know, and do they therefore always remain busy in making effort? Answer. There is a burden of sinful actions of many births on souls, and also many strong sanskars. Those sanskars cannot be transformed without them having yoga. Souls have become completely dirty by them performing sinful actions. This is why you have to make effort to become clean. Souls cannot be cleansed except by them having remembrance. Storms will come in remembrance, but no matter how many storms come, such souls will always remain engaged in making effort. Song. I am a small child. You are the Almighty Authority. Om Shanti. Those who come and belong to the Father themselves say, "Oh Baba, I am a new young child." Someone may be 1 month old, another 8 days old. Here all are young. New children would say that they are young. Some are 20 years old and some are 15 years old. They continue to grow. They say, "I have become your child, but I am a young child. Give me my inheritance. Shower knowledge on me." There is the shower of knowledge. This one is called the lucky chariot. The one who brought the ganges of knowledge and the nectar of knowledge has many names. He is called Bhagirath (lucky chariot), Arjuna, and also Dach Prajapati. There is just the one father of people who gives everyone an aim. Many children whose clothes are completely dirty and old come. All clothes are different. Some are so worn out that they are torn apart when washed. The father says, "This laundry started so many years ago. He has been washing the clothes all this time. Some have become clean, whereas others, no matter how much you wash them, remain dirty. When you beat them hard with the stick of knowledge, they are torn apart. They then run away. It is understood of those who do not become clean, who do not become pure and purify others, that it is not in their fortune. Those who become good also wash the clothes of others. This is also a laundry. When a soul becomes pure, he receives a pure body. He becomes beautiful from ugly. All are ugly at this time. The Father has come to change you from sinful souls into emperors of emperors. You come to know everything about this birth, but you are not aware of anything of your previous births. When you explain to others and they still don't realize or reform themselves, It is then understood that they were perhaps very impure previously, and that is why their sanskars cannot be reformed. It is like when water is sprinkled onto a hot griddle and it dries up completely. God comes and cleans you with Lux soap. Each one's pulse is felt. The Father explains to you very easily. Children, by remembering me, you souls will continue to become pure. You also have to become conquerors of attachment. The Father is the most beloved. Devotees have been doing devotion from the copper age for half a cycle. They are the ones who are then going to become deities. You are able to know this. The Father says, while walking and moving around, remember me, your Father. For instance, when a Kumar and Kumari get engaged, they remember each other. Here, some even leave the bridegroom and become those who run away. You don't even remember the bridegroom who makes you into the masters of heaven. No one else could say this. I have come to uplift souls as sinful as Ajamil, exactly as I did in the previous cycle. The clothes of some are good, but others are dirty. A wife says, Baba, make me pure and clean. Her husband would say, I can't stay without vice. So there is then a quarrel. Innocent ones are assaulted so much. Those who don't become pure create many obstacles. No one can stop sannyasis, brackets, from leaving their homes. Even the government cannot tell them. Who is going to look after your children? One becomes pure and the other remains as sinful as Ajamil. Those whose intellects have firm faith are not concerned about anyone else. They become complete destroyers of attachment. They would even kick aside a kingdom. On the path of devotion, there is the example of Meera. There are many such examples on the path of devotion. Here, there are scarcely any such examples. Yes, such ones will emerge who would say, I want to become pure. They would instantly say, I am not bothered about a kingdom. Just as those kings were not bothered about their queens and left them, in the same way, such queens will now emerge who won't be bothered about the kings. I am going to become a master of heaven. The names of the kings who adopted renunciation are mentioned on the path of devotion. This is now the path of knowledge. Each one of you can understand to what extent you have become a laundryman. Why should you not become a good laundryman? Even amongst laundrymen, it is number-wise. Abroad, they send their clothes somewhere else for washing, and so they must definitely be washed very well. It is the same here. Some become clean very quickly and begin to follow Srimad. They become pure and also make others pure. When men don't become pure, the women have to tolerate so much. Nowadays, one has to be very careful because each human being is influenced by the 5 vices. Under the influence of anger, people cause a lot of damage. They say, Baba, I was influenced. They have arrogance of the body. When there is arrogance of the body, other vices also come. If you don't consider yourselves to be bodiless souls and remember the Father, your register will be spoiled. Storms will come in your minds, but you mustn't perform those acts with your physical organs. The Father says, to become a master of the world is not like going to your auntie's home. Lakshmi and Narayan became the masters of heaven, and so they must have made some effort. The Father truly sits here and makes you into the kings and queens of heaven. And so you have to follow his Srimad. Srimad brackets elevated directions are from the one Father, whereas all others are directions from evil spirits. As soon as you forget Srimad, those evil spirits come. Maya quickly attacks you and makes you feel ashamed. Each of you has to check yourself. How dirty am I? Good children like Kumarka etc. do service. Children go to wash the dirty, impure clothes and enable others to conquer the 5 vices. The evil spirit of lust enters some and they completely dishonor the name. When they become dirty, they are no longer called BKs. Their register becomes completely spoiled. Baba beats them, brackets the dirty clothes, with a stick so much in order to cleanse them. He says, remember the Father and the clothes will be cleansed. Otherwise, the evil spirit will continue to come. If you are unable to imbibe, then you can understand that you are very dirty and that you were perhaps very bad in your previous birth. One should be ashamed. If you don't make effort, you remain dirty and won't become worthy. You come here to become worthy. If you are made of good cloth, you will become part of the sun and moon dynasties. Baba has now given you unlimited broad intellects. You now know the cycle of the whole world. People say, oh purifier, therefore he must surely be the one and only one who is called Heavenly God, the Father. He is the incorporeal. It is now 5,000 years since this laundry was last opened. Baba says, I open this laundry in Bharat every 5,000 years. Through this yoga, you will become ever pure and you won't then become impure for 21 births. Maya doesn't exist there. You cannot go to paradise without becoming pure. Many become subjects, but you mustn't be content with that. It is remembered, you are the mother and father, and we are your children. We receive a lot of happiness that we become royalty, not that we become subjects through your mercy. This is a land of sorrow. However, some are wealthy because they have performed good actions. This is a worldly kingdom, whereas the kingdom of heaven is beyond. You children know how both these kingdoms are received. The Father says, by following my Srimad, you won't experience punishment for 21 births. It isn't that you can leave your job, etc. and come and sit here. Since your children are your creation, you have to look after them. There is profit and loss in business. You have the reward in the golden age, There is no question of profit or loss there. Here, you profit so much by following Srimad that there is no mention of loss for 21 birds. By not taking the full knowledge, you receive a low status. By following Srimad, you become conquerors of attachment and you thereby claim a good status. Such ones are respected here. You are to receive a kingdom number-wise, and so you should follow the mother and father. The mother and father learn actions and also teach you. They say follow Srimad and do not indulge in vice. Observe the precautions. They continue to give you many wise methods. Baba is the imperishable surgeon, whereas all the rest are patients. You become his helpers. You are assistant surgeons, number-wise. Sai Baba alone is the cleverest, imperishable surgeon. It is number-wise amongst surgeons too. Some earn hundreds of thousands, whereas others are not even able to earn enough to feed themselves. Some let go of the father's hand while it's moving along, and so it is said that they are dirty, impure clothes. Their sanskars of many births pull them, and so they are unable to imbibe knowledge. They are not colored by knowledge. That too is in the drama. Baba comes to give you happiness. Holy men will also be taken back to their own section in the land of Nirvana. The original eternal deity religion of Bharat has disappeared. They have become corrupt in their religion and actions. No one is worthy of being called a deity anymore. It is because they don't exist that I come and create them. Therefore, I definitely also have to take souls of other religions back. People only wish to go to the land of liberation. The Father says, I have come for this. So you children have to ask yourselves, was I so impure previously that I am unable to imbibe knowledge? If you are unable to be seated on the throne of Mama and Baba, you will become maids and servants. The Father says, I have come to purify the impure. I have taken the support of this body. How else would I purify the impure? You children would say, we deities are becoming pure through the Father. We haven't become that as yet. We are effort makers. You have to follow Srimad and become elevated. Only the Father gives this knowledge. Only God the Father is called the knowledgeful one. He is the one who gives you the information of the whole of Brahmand, the incorporeal world, the subtle reason, the corporeal world, and the beginning, middle, and end of the world. You too become knowledgeful. Some become knowledgeful, whereas others don't imbibe anything at all. It would be understood that it is not in their fortune. Good children make effort very well. However, you have to look after your homes and families. In the beginning, they had a bhatti for 14 years. Whilst those clothes were being washed, some became very clean and beautiful. Some were torn apart and others remained dirty. Nowadays, some are hardly able to stay here for 7 days. Earlier, there was a total bhatti. If that bhatti hadn't been there, you wouldn't have been prepared. Bricks are baked in a bhatti, brackets furnace. Some remain weak and some are broken. It is the same here. Many clothes are torn apart. By not following Srimad, they are unable to be cleansed. You souls are now engaged to the Supreme Father. Shiv Baba says, I am ever pure. Continue to remember me and you will continue to become pure. Practice this while living at home with your families. Those who are good children will start practicing this very quickly. They will remain happy. They will stay awake at night and wash their souls. They believe that they will receive pure clothes by becoming pure. This is why Baba says, become conquerors of sleep. Remember the Father and you souls will become pure. Amrit Bela is a very good time. Baba advises you to remember him at that time. If you feel sleepy, then put oil in your eyes. That is, make effort. You receive Srimad to remember Baba. Even though Maya brings storms, just continue to remember Baba. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children says Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana, number 1, become a complete destroyer of attachment by following Srimad. Follow the precautions and interact with wisdom. Don't allow your register to be spoiled. Second, become a conqueror of sleep and especially stay in remembrance of the Father at Amrit Vela to cleanse the soul. Purify the soul with knowledge and yoga. Blessing, may you be a responsible soul who remains stable in the one thought of revealing the great pilgrimage place. This Abu is a lighthouse for the world. In order to reveal this great pilgrimage place, all you Brahmin children have to have the one thought that every soul finds their destination here and that each of them benefits. When this lamp of pure hope ignites in all of you, when there is everyone's cooperation, there will then be success in this task. Let the sound emerge in each one's mind. This is my responsibility. When each of you considers yourself to be responsible in this way, the rays of revelation will then spread everywhere from Abba's home. Slogan, imbibe the speciality of introversion and you will continue to receive everyone's blessings. Slogan, imbibe the speciality of introversion and you will continue to receive everyone's blessings. Om Shanti.